All right, guys, welcome to the woods outside of Mouse Manor, if you will. Uh, in order to do more videos, I'm going to have to start multitasking when I'm doing things. We've had a lot of storms, a winter storm, and we got a little bit of cleanup to do outside. But while having a full day at work and getting a lunch break, I got to watch the Fantastic Four teaser trailer for the year of 2025. This will be our third go around with the movie franchise, if you will. And I have some things to say. I have opinions. And we're going to end on a positive note. So we're going to get through the things that I just have questions about. But let's just get this out of the way. Pedro, I'm just not buying him as Reed Richards now that I've seen him in action there, Okay, so the mustache, no. Now, sprinkled throughout my YouTube channel over the years, in many conversations that have come up about Jack Kirby, Doctor Doom, Galactus, Fantastic Four mainly, I always said, and I'm glad it's there, and I don't think there was an epiphany upon my point. It just wasn't me coming upon that epiphany to make my point. But a lot of people came to the same conclusion after seeing some of these movies. But it had to be a period piece set in the 60s, the pop art of Jack Kirby at that time. He had collages in there. They came out with blacklight posters. Many things were going on throughout the 60s. 1961 is when the Fantastic Four #1 came out. And it ended up leading to one of the greatest, if not the greatest, runs of two creators on a comic, okay, and things like that. So we finally got that. And then I'm watching this trailer and many questions came up. No Silver Surfer. We already know that the Silver Surfer is going to be female, despite the fact that there is Nova. Despite the fact that that's one of in the first movie franchise from Fox, Fantastic Four, the second part, Rise of the Silver Surfer. The Silver Surfer is one of the few things they actually got right out of that franchise and stuff. So I feel like we're going to get a bait and switch. So the things that were in the movie and stuff, right? I feel like if you liked The Incredibles by Pixar, you're going to like this. They did set it in the 60s. But I'm wondering why it felt like when we would see the world of the 60s there, of the Fantastic Four, it felt like an AI generated video that you can find on YouTube of such things as, I don't know, if Star Wars took place in the 1950s, if Terminator 2 took place in the 50s. The actual shots of that world really felt very claustrophobic, and it did the thing where you would have a shot of someone or something just standing still, and it felt like everything was panning around it in slow motion. And the money shot, but at the same time, the CGI felt extra heavy on Ben Grimm the Thing, right? So I'm sitting here and I'm watching this and I'm like, it's a teaser trailer. Cross your fingers. Maybe it's going to look right by the time we get there. And now the positive things, right, that we can see, right? We saw the head of Galactus, okay? The back of his head looking down on the Statue of Liberty. Even though it did look like it was AI generated to me, this is what it looked like. I'm like, we finally get to see Galactus. Now, somebody who's a Fantastic Four fan, as someone who was watching when they were 4 or 5 years old, watching the 70s Fantastic Four cartoon that was on at the time, as someone who still has the Stepdad's actual comics that were coming out at that time, as someone who has a long box and epic collections and treasury editions and all, just more or less grew up with the Fantastic Four, it's seeing Galactus is just like when I saw Infinity, the Endgame, Avengers Endgame. I was like, finally, a little bit of justification for those fans and stuff, right? So overall, I'm cautiously optimistic, but sorry guys, Disney, Marvel, I feel like there's going to be a bait and switch in there because I feel like they knew they had to get this right. So they showed us everything positive we could have with the Fantastic Four, right? 3 out of the 4 characters seem to be right. We have Galactus coming, no Silver Surfer, which I think was on purpose, but we'll see what happens. And like I said, a lot of it really felt like it was AI generated with those videos, but hey, you know, that could just be what the kids are into nowadays. Who knows? Later.